Well, hello everyone. Gosh, it's been a while. Um, it's nice to be back. A friend of mine started posting her videos on YouTube, and it kind of inspired me to come back. So here I am. Um, Gosh, it's been probably springtime since I posted anything or streamed anything. Um, I don't really have a good reason for it. I just remember spending more time doing streaming related things like editing and I'm looking over to the left to make sure that I'm recording here. I spent more time doing editing and streaming related stuff than I was actually painting. So my plan was just to take a little break and concentrate on painting. And then that little break turned into weeks, then months. And then at some point I was cleaning house and I was like, well, I'm not using these cameras, so why don't I just take these cameras down? And I just kind of packed everything away and I guess disappeared on you all. But I'm excited to give it another try. We're going into daylight savings time, so it's dark earlier. What is it today? It's the 10th on the 10th of November, and I thought instead of starting on a new portrait and spending 3 days and committing to 3 days, I've got a little homework assignment where as you can see in front of us here, I've been doing just like features. So just the nose, just the eyes, just the mouth. My goal is to cover this board, and then we'll see what happens for my next homework assignment. I've been painting still pretty much every Wednesday. I still got my meetup group. I've been painting a little less frequently plein air. So, like tomorrow, I don't have anything scheduled, and we're just going into a time of year where that's going to slow down anyway. So, but still painting from live models every Wednesday. That's still a ton of fun. We've got the artist kind of turnover pretty rapidly in our current group of artists is a fun group. We've been doing a lot of stuff, not just within the group, but outside of the group as well, and that's been fun. What else? What else can I tell you since the last time we talked? I got into photography, so the images that I've been using, for the most part, for studio type paintings and this type of thing, has been from images that I've taken myself. So that's kind of fun and exciting. A little the impetus for that was just getting tired of hitting up my friends for photos that they upload on Facebook and selfies and things like that. And even though they're wonderful photos of my friends and stuff, they're just not appropriate, or at least not for me. I don't have the ability to paint them. For me to be able to paint, I need a lot of contrast, and I'm at the stage where I still kind of need that Rembrandt lighting. Where one side is pretty 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 lit, the other side's pretty dark, and you get that little triangle under your eye. I'll show you guys in a second what I'm talking about if you don't know what Rembrandt lighting is. But so yeah, photography. Still painting on Wednesday nights. Still got my meetup group. Everything's going good. I quit drinking. I think tonight, around this time, will be 90 days since I've been drinking. I've lost a little weight. I've been trying to be a little healthier. Hopefully you can tell I lost a little weight. What else? What else? What else? Still got my dog. She's what's making all that noise in the background here. She hears me talking and she thinks I'm talking to her, so that kind of gets her all riled up. But anyways, I'm not going to spend I'm not going to spend too much time tonight. Most of my videos are an hour and a half long, and I think for tonight, since my nose is so crappy over here, and I've done a couple eyes, and I could do mouths okay. Why don't we work on a nose tonight? So the image that we're going to use is this one here. Let's see if I can get it to come up. If I remember how to work my laptop. Let's see here. I can't get it to come up. Maybe this is why. There we go. So this is Lily. She's one of our models. And then there's that Rembrandt lighting that I was talking about, you know, where one side is pretty lit, the other side is pretty dark, and then you kind of end up with that little triangle under the dark side eye. So lots of contrast. So let's try her nose. I'm gonna leave this probably right there. I don't think there's any harm in it. Actually, I'm gonna put it here because we'll take that top square. So I'll put this picture of her right here. Yeah. If you guys want to paint along, and I'll sort that out in the future so that it's not so clunky. But yeah, we'll use this top quadrant up here. And then so the idea of this, let me add one more thing. So I've been taking a mentorship through of artists that I love and a person that I really enjoy and I have a lot of respect for. His name is David Gray. I'm sure I talked about him before. I've taken a workshop from him, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to buy a couple of his paintings, and I love the way the guy paints, and he's offering a mentorship, and I really think that I need it. You know, I've been painting now for about 3 years, and I'm getting better, you know, but I feel like I should be getting a lot better, and I do, you know, we do have some really good painters that paint with us or whatever, but it seems kind of weird to steal their time to, you know, I feel like I'm bugging them when I ask them questions or if I struggle with stuff. So this mentorship opportunity come up, I grabbed it, and this is my homework from it. So I've only had one session so far with David, and my homework assignment is to basically fill this canvas up with flesh spheres, and then just eyes and noses and lips, you know, features of the face, but not to do a full portrait. The idea of this is it's just quick and simple, you know, spend, you know, a few minutes or a short amount of time instead of trying to create a masterpiece and then move on to the next feature. I've been starting out, I've done 3 sessions now, so I started out the sphere, and then a feature, a sphere, and a feature, and then the last time I did a sphere, I did a couple features. But tonight, let's work on that nose a little bit, or try to do a nose. And I will try not to interrupt myself and talk too much, but I've proven before that I have a hard time doing that. It was fun. I got off work tonight, and I basically run home and basically dug out all my cameras and charged them up and updated the firmware on them. And I've had a new laptop since, so it took me about an hour to basically migrate over all my streaming stuff to this new laptop and remember how to use it. So I think I've caught back up to speed. And then what else? Yeah, let's get started. I've got, it looks like a lot of paint on my palette here, but most of it is dry. I'm trying to use a limited palette for these exercises. Let's see here. Clean it up a little bit. I'm saying a lot, but it's been a while. So like I said, I'm going to use a limited palette. I'm supposed to be using titanium white, obviously. Let's see if you can see where I'm pointing. Titanium white. This is CAD. I better double check. Bismuth yellow. This was a gift for my birthday from my friend Najib. I usually use CAD lemon, but tonight I'm going to skip a few colors. I'm just going to point to the ones that we're using. But anyways, titanium white, bismuth yellow. We're going to go all the way over to Transparent red oxide. I need to get some red on the palette. Transparent red oxide. Most of these colors are dry. And then I got French ultramarine blue and then ivory black. And I do need some red, so let me get that down there. Let's see. Cad red light is usually my cad red. And that kind of pinkens up the flesh tone. I don't know if we need it for this particular nose, but we'll squeeze some out. And then my brush. These are the cheapy brushes that I was using last time. Dugato. This is 14. And I got a 14 out, a 16 out, and then I've got some flats about the same size. But and then I'll probably use a small round. I've been using this round quite a bit. It's another one of those cheapy Delgados. I think that's a 6. But for starters, we're going to use this one. This one. And then I'm going to sketch. I'm supposed to be doing this alla prima, but I got my iPad over to the right here if you see me jumping over to the right. And once again, we're just going to do her nose, and I'm going to be up here in this top section. But I'm going to use for my sketch kind of a pink, I guess. We're not going to get too detailed with this sketch, but I still need to do it. Let's see, we'll get a little bit of the eye in here. We'll kind of get this little triangle. This will be kind of the center, kind of where the highlight is. Probably go a little higher. Hopefully my big head's not in front of the camera. Kind of the eye goes. All right. Down here. Probably should have gave myself a little more room. Let's do eyebrows. Oh, let me clamp this down. I don't know, something like that. So this side is all dark. All right. So I'm going to spare you guys. I've been mixing, for all these other ones, I've been trying to mix my colors first. What do we call that? It's going to be our darkest. Looks like our darkest except for the eyebrows. And maybe if I get the tear ducts of the eyes, maybe we'll have a darker color. I don't know what that is. Let's make something a little lighter and a little pinker. So this is kind of like, you know how like the bridge of the nose is a little redder and pinker? Let's see if we can get that color. It's really white. And pink. Oops. Mix, mix, mix. So I got a little bit of cad red light in there, just a drop. It's mostly titanium white. And then transparent red oxide is going to be in all of our piles of color. All right, so this is kind of our mid-tone actually. Palette off a little bit. And the highlight, we probably don't need to do the highlight, but let's get a little bit of white in there. A little bit of, whoops, screwed up. Too much yellow. Just a little bit. Titanium white isn't super powerful, and then you get that bismuth yellow is really powerful, and then obviously the cads are super powerful. And David, for his highlights, he usually puts a little bit of cad orange in there. I don't have any squeezed out. I don't think I'm going to do it. I think for this, we're just going to use that. And I'm going to make some more of that dark, this here. So titanium white, transparent red oxide, should have a little blue in it too. So see how orangey that is? Can you see how orangey that is? So you knock down that orange with blue. Blue is the complementary color. So we'll knock that down a little bit. Pretty orange. I think it needs to be bluer too. Bluer and darker. You can also desaturate it, not just with the blue, but you could desaturate colors with white or black. So if you want to go darker, use black. If you want to go lighter, use white. White is also kind of a blue, so the white will also cool it. I'm going to get some black in there because that dark side of her face is pretty dark. So see how that really knocked down the orange? Let's scoop that up too. So we got all our colors in this pile except the yellow. Very little bit of cad red. The funny thing though is what we end up with is basically raw umber and titanium white. That's what it looks like to me. Alright, that's probably enough. We could use that for the dark side. All right. So we basically got a dark color, kind of a mid color, and a highlight, and we'll probably mix, the gradients in between, as we go. But we've got some colors to start with. All right, let me get that brush out again. Screw up a little bit. See. right. So we're just going to do this whole side. And this is really dark up through here, so I got my iPad over to the right here. That's what I'm looking at. You see me look to my right. Gets a little lighter as we go out, so we'll lighten it up with our mid-tone. Kind of in here. It's kind of warmer in here. And the goal for this is not to fuss too much. Well, the goal for this video for me is to do some streaming. But while we're at it, we might as well paint a little bit. Because that's what we do. Right. In this, I made it a little warmer. I added some transparent red oxide and I kind of made our dark value a little bit warmer. I'm going to catch a little bit of that side of the nose. It kind of goes like this. And then it's kind of down here. You can't tell if the camera picks that up or it's just shiny. Looks like it's just shiny. I'll have to adjust the camera for next time. Alright, let's get some of this pink on here. If I squint down, that's kind of the color for this whole side. Oh, and I want some medium too. My medium, if you remember, is basically linseed oil and mineral spirits, or odorless mineral spirits, Gamsol specifically. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's not too terrible. Here. A little bit of a shadow right here. Put a shadow under her eyes. And this is pretty white. You guys will have to forgive me. Like I said, I really tonight we're just gonna probably do one of these squares. I was just kind of wanting to say hello and, you know, test out the system, new laptop. Make sure my laptop works. Make sure I remember how to do this. But I'm not going to be too fussy, and we're not going to spend all night on this. Be a short one tonight. Plus I'm tired. And there's also some good shows on TV tonight that I want to see. Hopefully some good shows. So that's under the brow. We'll put the eyebrows over the top of it. But I'm not gonna do the eyes. Like you see here, I just did the mouth on this one and didn't do the nose. Can you guys see what I'm pointing at? Yeah. So the goal is, this is just the nose, and I'm already spending too much time on the other features, but we gotta make a nice little framework for the nose to sit in. It's kind of hard to draw just the nose by itself. All right, let's get some nostrils in there. These days, and I think towards the end of when I was recording before, these days I don't really clean the brush in mineral spirits between colors. The reason that I just cleaned it in solvent right now is because I don't think I'm going to be using it anymore tonight, and I'm pretty bad about forgetting to rinse my brushes, so I'm basically just rinsing it because I'm done with it, and I don't want to forget and not do it later. But when I go from color to color, even the whitest color to the darkest color, I'm really just wiping the paint off with my brush. I mean, wiping the paint off with a paper towel, and then I'll add the new color, and then I'll kind of move it down here to see if my brush is still dirty. If it's still dirty with the new color in it, I'll wipe it out some more, and then I'll re-add some of the new color. But probably TMI. You guys are like, let's just get this painting over with. So those nostrils are pretty dark, darker than what I've got laid out. But let's just put our darkest color down here and see what happens. Yep. And I've probably got my big giant head in the way. Let me see, how far can I get my head in there? Yeah, I might not have my head in the way. So don't use black for nostrils, especially on ladies. I'm going to darken that with blue. So I darkened it with transparent red oxide and French ultramarine blue. And let's see how dark that is, because it's really dark. I think that'll be dark enough. And I got to use my maul stick. And let's block in the shape. And we'll probably have to pull this bottom part of the nose down a little bit. I think we got to go even darker. So let's not use black. Let's use blue. Get a little more transparent red oxide in there. A little more blue. Blue, blue, blue. Mine a spot where you guys could see it. I'm going to go even more blue. That's looking pretty dark. Pretty dark. I think for this exercise it'll be dark enough. So the darkest parts are going to be way up high in the nostril. It's all going to come down. This side doesn't really come down like that. Down here is going to be kind of red. So again, I'm going to take that paper towel. I'm going to wipe out as much of that dark as I can, and then I'm going to grab some transparent red oxide, because we got to redden that up a little bit. And I am going to grab a little bit of Cad Red Light. And we're going to basically block this in, and then we're going to cut around it. Yeah, we got to cut around it a lot. Let's grab some of that pink. Cut into here. here. And then I'm going to really lighten up that left side. Lighten up under here. Scoot back as much as I can. I think we got to darken up this side here a little bit. We lost that shadow. Kind of lost the shape too. It is a little weird without the mouth there. It's really dark, really dark. First thing I want to do before I get that dark paint back in my brush, I want to lighten up. There's a highlight under the nose here. When we do our highlights, we're gonna have to hit that again. This is pretty light too, right here. And let's make that dark line again. So, polluted my dark a little bit, so let's darken it back up. All right, so this whole line right here. And let's get up in that nostril where the bogies live. A little bit. Oopsie. All right, let's take a look here. Squint, squint, squint. I've got to darken that up. Let's get some dark under the shadow part of her nose. So it's kind of here, and it comes down here. Blend that in a little bit, not too much. Okay, we're basically got a little sphere here, and then this kind of comes down. More. Let's do a little more of that. That looks so good. Let's keep doing it. And then obviously the light is coming down from the top left. So that's why we got those hard shadows on the right. Always got to remember where your shadow is coming from. That's the whole point of doing these spheres. Of course, the light's coming from a different side, but the wing of the nose is making a little shadow there. got some darks. Let's get some lights. I want to fix this a little bit though. All right, time for the lights. Oops, I am going to use this brush some more, but I still got a bad habit of cleaning it. So this is going to be really light. So we're going to take a little bit of that pink that we made. I think I screwed up. Let's do it this way. So for light colors, you always start with the white, the lightest color. I've got a little bit of that pink in my brush, so I don't think that's going to be enough, but let's do stuff like add the highlight. I think that's probably okay. How's it coming off in the picture? Okay. Maybe a little pinker. Just a little bit of pink. And that's for under the nose here. And that goes almost all the way back to the shadow. There's here. And that goes to here. That goes down here. Whoops. The thing with white is you got to keep your brush clean, so you got to keep knocking off the paint that you pick up. So we'll do that line there. How's that look in the video? Not terrible. We got to do the wing, the left wing of the nose. That's right here. I'm going to blend just a little bit. And then she's pretty white right here. And all the way out on her cheek. All right. I think we have a nose. I might make that a little bit redder here. I'm going to make it a little bit redder around that highlight. And here, I'm basically just sculpting that paint a little bit. I think I've screwed that highlight up, but we'll go back and add some more. A little bit of pink. And definitely a little more pinker under here, I think. Especially kind of up in this area. Do kind of a mid-tone. All right. We'll add that highlight back. I need some medium. I think this is my alkyd white, and so it dries really fast. Put that dot back. That is truly the lightest light, so I'm going to make that really white. Boink, 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 boink. Okay, and this here. All right. I think we have a nose. And like I said, I don't want to fuss too much tonight. I am gonna wipe the white out of my brush because I'm gonna grab a little black and we'll put a little bit of eyebrow in there. Let's mix black in. And this is the really dark side. We can fuss a little bit. Go a little crazy. Should go all the way out to the end. Should come to the corners of the eyes. Make that dark. All right, I think that's about as much as I want to play with it. Since I got a little bit of dark on my brush, let's darken up here a little bit. Something about black, it's so much thinner than the other colors. That when I use it, I tend to lift up paint. So let's do like we were supposed to do and not use black. We're supposed to use transparent red oxide and blue to fix that. Got a little carried away. Because that's why you're probably confused, because I said I wanted to make those areas darker. I grabbed some ivory black and ended up making it lighter. It's because that stupid ivory black, for some reason, pulls the paint off of the other colors. Or pulls the other colors off of the canvas. That's a blunder there too. Let's just fix this real quick. Got the black back or transparent red and blue. And then I'm going to say we're done. Done messing with it. But anyways, thanks for watching and hanging out. It's nice to be back. I plan to paint an actual painting this weekend. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do, but I'll record that and stream it as well. And then maybe we'll do some live streams again. But have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday night, so hopefully we all do something wonderful this weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.